Welcome back to Houston Life. 2016 was a big year for Houston Life. We premiered at this little mall called the Houston Galleria. We'll fast forward 10 years and we are still celebrating the people and places. What makes Houston, Houston?
There you go. Family owned and operated restaurant Local Table is no exception here. They turn 10 this year, growing into a Houston favorite with 6 locations and a menu full of longtime fan favorites. VP of Development Now, Nousha Nowamooz, joins us with a look back and what's next. Welcome.
Thank you.
It's so nice to meet you and talk to you about Local Table because 10 years, kind of a big deal.
Yes.
Talk about how it got started.
So we actually opened in 2016 in Katy, and that was our very first location. We were welcomed by the community, and because of the community, we were able to open more locations, and now we are at 6 total. Our newest in Missouri City opened in February.
Congratulations on your growing family, right? Your restaurants. To refresh our viewers' memories, you and your mom, Sue, were on Houston Life about a year ago because of Hungry's. Hungry's is a very popular restaurant celebrating 50 years. Talk to us about the spinoff of Local Table, because your family, clearly, you know what you're doing in the restaurant industry, but a lot of people would say, oh, we have one location, Hungry's. Oh, that's your mom, Sue.
Yes.
Total pro. Tell her we say hi. But what was that conversation like when you sat at the table and you said to your family, hey, we know how to do this. Let's do it again and create more restaurants.
Yeah, you know, we had a goal, which was to bring inner city cuisine out to the suburbs. It's difficult with difficult schedules to always drive into the city for great gourmet food. And so, I mean, it's definitely a risk. Opening a restaurant is a big risk. Any venture really is a risk. But, you know, we gathered together and we believed in our goal, and that's really how Local Table was born.
And you work directly with your mom. You said this is really a family business. To work together like that, pretty cool, huh?
Yes, it's awesome. I get to see my family every day. We work together. We will come home and, you know, sometimes we'll have dinner conversations that continue at home. And it's great to be able to speak about business as a family, taking their experience, my experience, and really take Local Table to where it is today.
It's also a job, it seems. I'm not a restaurateur, and I can't even imagine the stress, right? It's not the type of job where, oh, we have all these locations, now we can just sit back. I mean, you are constantly working and talking about what's next, and that's sort of critical for survival in the restaurant industry, yeah?
Yes, definitely. You know, it's something different every day, and I think it's how you approach it. If you approach it with a good attitude and a very hands-on kind of work ethic, you can take something and, you know, really find solutions quickly. Turning to our team. Our team is wonderful. You know, we've celebrated 10 years, and I feel so lucky that we get to look around and we see so many same faces that have been with us from day one that are still with us today, which is, I mean, a milestone of its own.
And a decade. That's a long time. What's planned for the next decade?
Well, you know, we're hoping to expand. We're hoping to open more Local Tables in Houston neighborhoods and maybe one day venture outside of Houston. But, you know, in 10 years, we're hoping to open 10 more.
I really like what you said about the concept of bringing great cuisine to parts of Houston, and we all know Houston is massive, to parts of Houston where, just as you said, people maybe don't want to drive downtown or inside the loop, where many of our great restaurants are centered. I think it's a great business model. Clearly, viewers can see how delicious your food really looks. You, by the way, Nousha, you were named one of Houston Business Journal's 40 Under 40 list. It's a big honor. We have some incredible business people here in the city. Why do you think you were selected for the list?
Oh, gosh.
To put you on the spot.
I know. You know, I think it's, you know, obviously getting to a level of business, and the people that were nominated and who I was able to meet at this event are all exceptional. And, you know, as it is related to business, I think it's also related to your work with the community. And both Hungry's and Local Table have been very involved with their communities, and we always give back to the communities we serve. So I think that could have been one of the reasons as well. But it was a great honor, and by, you know, the Houston Business Journal, just wonderful.
It's well deserved.
Thank you.
Congratulations. As long as you're here, it
Yeah.
seems like we should eat, right, Kathy?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
And it smells delicious in here.
It certainly does.
Sorry.
Well, when we come back, we're going to head into the kitchen with Nousha.
And we'll learn how to make the vinaigrette for their fan favorite Brussels sprout salad.
I do like Brussels sprouts. Yeah, if you're not a believer, stick around because they do Brussels sprouts quite well. More with Local Table when Houston Life returns. Well, welcome back to Houston Life. We are back hanging out with VP of Development for Local Table, Nousha Nowamooz.
And we've made our way here into the kitchen to get a taste of one of their signature dishes, the Brussels sprout salad. And so I'm excited about this, I'll tell you that.
And you're really going to show us how to make it? Because a lot of restaurants, they don't want to
That's
give
true.
away their secrets. Thank you for showing us how to make this.
Absolutely. You know, we like to share the love at Local Table. So we're happy to give one of our popular dressings, and you know, we put it on our Brussels sprout salad, but I think it's a great dressing that can go with any salad.
And it's a little healthier than a lot of like cream-based dressings, right? Because it is a vinaigrette.
Exactly, and it actually has 4 different herbs, so it's also herby, and you get, you know, kind of your greens in your dressing. You can sneak it in.
Okay.
Well, talk about all the ingredients that we have in here.
Sure. Okay, so the way we'll get started is we'll start with red wine vinegar, and so I'll go ahead and add that to the bowl here.
Nousha, it's not just about the ingredients you were telling us during commercial break. It's the order in which they are added.
Yes, so I have the olive oil over here on the right because I think it's best to drizzle that in.
Last.
Olive oil, exactly. Olive oil and vinegar don't always talk to each
can
other.
separate,
So
yeah.
we'll mix all the ingredients together.
Okay.
This is water here, and then we'll add the olive oil last. We've got garlic. There we go. We've got some pepper. And I like to go a little heavier on the pepper. I like
noticed that.
A little kick.
Whoa.
We have some sugar just to bring out the sweetness.
Okay.
We have a little bit of Dijon mustard here. There we go.
And at what point does it explode and burn my arm? Just kidding, Nousha.
Well, let me back up here.
Just kidding.
This experiment will stay within the bowl, I promise.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
So you're safe there. And then we save our herbs here. We've got a little bit of mint. We've got some parsley. We've got some dried oregano as well.
Why do you use dried oregano instead of fresh? Because all the other herbs are fresh.
So we have a liquid base, so some of the herb like flavorings, the fragrance too, really come out with the wet ingredients.
Oh.
And then lastly is our basil.
Right.
Yes, lots of basil there. Just a long piece.
There is nothing like fresh herbs. I mean, I can already feel my blood pressure dropping. It's just, it is like a very calming, aromatic experience.
Yes, and so I'm gonna mix these ingredients together. And then if you are able to drizzle the olive oil, that will get us to where we need to be with our final dressing. Perfect.
And for
Is that
your
okay?
olive oil,
Oh,
are
yeah,
you
keep
using
going.
like an extra version, Nousha?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. Perfect.
And you make this ready to serve?
Yes, we do. And we allow our guests, if they love a special dressing, we'll bring more on the side.
Oh, nice.
Yes, yes.
It's really interesting, Nousha, to see the texture of this dressing because I feel like a lot of vinaigrettes are so oil-centric.
Right.
It's a very oily dressing, but yours looks more like liquid-based.
Yes, exactly. And so when we put that olive oil at the end, it really brings everything together.
Right.
And there's still good texture with the fresh herbs. So it is more liquid, but there we go. That looks great. And then we'll pour it on top of our Brussels sprout salad
Yes.
here.
So, and the Brussels sprout salad, is this a seasonal dish or more of like a transitional dish into fall?
So I think this is a great transitional dish as well. It is available on our menu year round, but the flavors, you know, being a salad,
going in.
refreshing, go for it.
When in Rome.
And our Brussels sprouts, you know, perfect for the fall as well. And then, you know, don't forget to take a bite of our goat cheese balls. That's the round elements on the plate there. And they are a fan favorite.
Oh, that's amazing.
You know what? My whole life, I thought I did not like Brussels sprouts. I think a lot of people don't like them
Same.
because they've never had them prepared like this. That is phenomenal.
Oh, wow.
Where does this recipe come from? Is this a Sue production?
Yes, this
Your mom?
yes, my mom, Sue Nowamooz. She's our executive chef. She is responsible for our wonderful plates here in front of us. And one of the best parts about being in a family business is she's the chef and we get to be the guinea pig. So test kitchen days are my favorite.
Ooh.
And you know, we work and tweak these recipes, both old and new.
I took a big bite of that.
Yeah.
in my mouth. So where do you get all these ingredients?
So we like to source from local vendors, local table. We prefer to work with, different produce vendors and dairy. So we really try and source local, which is one of our core values at Local Table.
Mediterranean vibes, the Mediterranean diet specifically, usually is named #1 of the U.S. News and World Report best diets list, better for your overall health. A lot of what you have here on set would fall into that category.
Yes, exactly. So I brought our local kebab plate, which honestly, if you were to ask someone 10 years ago what their favorite was, and today, they'd probably say the local kebab plate. And the flavors are wonderful. It's a full plate. You have your protein, kebabs, you have rice, and you have seasonal vegetables as well. And they are actually made with turmeric. So even more of a Mediterranean flavor there.
Isn't turmeric anti-inflammatory?
Exactly.
Perfect.
I'm not a doctor.
Perfect
Your
for
sister
us,
is. Is it anti-inflammatory? Yeah, she's nodding her head yes. The one sibling who's not in the family business, the restaurant biz, is a doctor.
Doctor, yeah.
Just
What a
in case I get burned on set. You also have hummus, and what's this wrap over here?
And so this is our Chipotle chicken wrap, also a favorite on our menu for 10 years. And that one's a great lunch item. It's actually served with our fan favorite Chipotle chili sauce, which is in the ramekin over here. And it's, such a complete wrap. It has some spice, it has some creaminess in the Chipotle dressing. And again, these items have been fan favorites for 10 years, and we expect it to stay that way.
It's also pretty. That's a really pretty dish.
Yes.
You have a
And the salad.
food stylist on set? I mean, it really is impressive.
It takes a village. I brought our culinary team here to help assemble these. But how you see it here, it's not just for the set. This is what we like to serve to our customers. We take pride in our dishes.
Local Table, 10 years.
Yes,
Nousha Nowamooz.
and it's
Thank you so
delicious.
much.
Thank you, and congratulations to you guys as well. 10
thank
years.
you.
We're celebrating together.
We're celebrating together like one big family. Say hi to Sue, your mom, and your
I will,
entire
I
family
will.
for us.
I will.
It's great to see you.
And so now head on over to our website, HoustonLife.tv. A little later for the full vinaigrette recipe. You'll find that under the Scene On section.
It's herbal and delicious. It's very,
Sorry.
very good. You're good. You're
Yeah, still enjoying this.
good.